And the wonder of it all is that you just don't realize how much I love you. Hey, welcome everyone to my studio. I'm going to try and do a landscape here with just some trees here. And try colors look natural without being so bright. Uh, we'll see if I can pull that off. I'm going to use a chip brush to lay out my trees real quick. This is going to be fun. If you've never done this before, you should give this a try. It really helps get a cool layout. This time I'm going to use burnt umber and black. Okay? A mixture of burnt umber, black, maybe with a little bit of yellow ochre in there. Okay? When I do the branches, but let's leave it a burnt umber. I'm going to put a tree trunk in here first, kind of going up here on the side. We'll put a tree right here. Then we'll put all the branches on here in a second. Let's just put a tree in here. Some kind of cool tree. I want these branches to look like they're coming back at us too. You know, trees really have a lot of branches on them. Usually when I do my tree, I just go straight up and then I cave. But I want to have some extra branches in here. It'll take a little more to design it right. There we go. That looks like a cool tree trunk. I would climb that if I was a kid. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. And I think I'm going to do, I'm going to have like the horizon pretty low here, I think. I'm not going to lay it out with this brush. All right, let's do the groundwork with this chip brush now. So I'm going to grab some burnt umber and black and just fill my chip brush up. And let's put on some branches with this chip brush, okay? I'm going to put, green in there. We'll put some green color in there. Oops, I actually got some green in there right now. Green. Well, I'll throw it in there as I'm doing it. All right, there's that tree. I didn't mean to put the green in now, but somehow it got mixed in there. But that kind of spoils the painting for you. Now you could also use, and if you don't like using this big brush, I think, because I got small detail work I want to do, you could also lay paintings out with a fan brush. It has the similar bristles or a mop brush, okay? So I'm going to use a fan brush instead to lay out my horizon back here. It's going to have maybe a hill back there. So same thing, we'll have like a low horizon here. Coming across here. And then the mountains are going to be not too big because I want this to look, see how I'm laying the mountain in there. And I'll probably will put some distant trees here. Way in the distance there. So you just touch this color down here, and we'll put some trees off on the horizon there. See that? And we're going to bring it down this way, so I want the distance to look like it's going off this way. So we'll bring these down a little lower here. We'll put trees back here as well, fill in all this. Basically, I'm just getting the idea put in here. And then a road here. Yeah. We'll put some kind of dirt road. And then I'll have like a fence in here. So we'll have, let me use sap green now. I'll put, we'll put a road going back here. So we'll put some like shrubs right in here. This will be the sap green now with black. I'm just trying to get my undertone cut in here. So this will be like tall grass here. I'm just doing a simple layout for you. Maybe this will give you ideas. This will all be grass in here, so I can touch this with that sap green. Wet your brush, and we'll pull some of this out. Then this is going to be, we'll put some bushes there in front of the tree, okay? Using a fan brush now instead of the chip brush. And there we go. That's a pretty good layout. Let's pull some of this out. Wet your brush a little, and we'll pull the bottom out here. And then we'll clean our brush down here. All right, there's the layout. Very simple. See that? See how I did that with just the burnt umber and sap green. Now we're going to cover most of these colors with other colors, but this is just the layout. Let's do our. A lot of people they don't think this way. They'll do the sky first and then put everything over the top of it, which, you know, you can do that, but this way it's pretty kind of cool, just doing it this way. I'm going to make a very light purple sky with a little bit of because I want this to look like I don't want it to be a bright pink. Okay, I want it to look like we're going to be right here, standing here on this under this tree. I want it to look more natural. So I'm going to have to be careful on how colorful I make my greens and stuff, paintings, but sometimes you got to do paintings that look more natural. So you don't want to use light colors. Like blue is very bright. Blue is very bright, so I'm going to dull it down with some Payne's Gray and white. Because I do want blue up here, but even that's like too dark for this painting. We'll have some like a little bit of blue up here. And some blue down here. This is a good way to paint your sky. Just paint around the trees like this. Come up close to them. And then just use small brush strokes here. And if you hit your tree, that's all right. You can get some of the green in the sky. It'll make it look good. See? It's like called tonalism. They actually used to paint like this back in the day. They used to like to see some of the tree color in the sky. It's not a big thing. Hoping that this looks like, I don't want it to be like a super bright sky. And just paint in your trees like this. Just paint the color back there. I'm going to extend these branches when I do the color on them. Doesn't that look cool? Alright, there's the sky. I really like that. Now my mountain's good. I want it to be a brownish mountain, so I'm going to use a yellow ochre and a burnt umber. Maybe a little light blue. So we get like almost a grayish color. The distant hill back. There we go. It's looking pretty good. I like how natural it looks with the chip brush, how I made all the branches. I didn't really try. The brush does all the work, you see, and you get all these cool little things that look like tree branches and leaves. Let's put, the next thing I want to put this in, it's going to be a light brownish color. Kind of like a golden, orange ochre. You know what orange ochre is? You just add a little red to your yellow ochre. And some burnt umber and some yellow. hard to get the we'll see. I might have to fix this color, but let's just start with this for now. I'm going to have a road going up here. Going off into the back distance there. Little tonalism going on there, pulling some of this green into the road here. Makes it look cool, blended in. Very good. I'm kind of liking this. It looks pretty natural. I haven't overdone it. Have you know when you do like big landscape with a lot of grass, the green looks like it looks really green, and it throws my eye off. And I wish I wouldn't have put the color green I did. I want it to be a dark green, you know, like it's in the shadow, you know. Let's use a fan brush, and I'm going to put a few more bushes down here, maybe coming into the pathway just a little here. A few bushes here under the tree. So I'm going to be very cautious on how I highlight these bushes. I'm not going to do a bright green. I'm going to leave most of the brown in it. I notice when I go outside, things look more brown than green sometimes. So, and I'm always covering my trees with a lot of green when you can leave it brown. Distant trees back here. I'm really digging this. It's a simple thing, but it's going to help me mix my colors to get the greens just right here. Yeah, I kind of like that. This is one of those paintings where if you were good at doing horses, you could put some horses here. All right, I'm going to keep those trees way in the back, like a brownish color. So I'm going to highlight it with a very same, like an orangey color. We're going to add a little red and orange to brown. And maybe a little yellow. and just and maybe a little white to lighten it too much. If you put white in it, you'll lose your orange, it looks like. So what I'm going to do is just highlight these trees here. Let me see. That's pretty good. I don't want it too obvious. If I make the color lighter than that, it'll throw off the color of the tree. It'll make it look too obvious. It can get a little lighter up as we move forward. So this is, I just used a little orange and white to get this lighter color. I like that. I'll work on a little bit more. We'll add some maybe some bushes down here at the very bottom. Just put some like light color down here. Okay. Wow. See what I mean with the brown? I just went to go to the store and get a coffee, and I was looking at the trees and stuff, especially right now. Right now, there's hardly any green except for the evergreen trees. So I'm going to use like a little bit of back here, not much. I'm not going to make the thing green because that'll ruin it. The whole point is to leave more brown in the picture. And it's going to look more natural. Okay. This is sap green I'm using with a bit of, there's a little black in it to keep it dark. I'm not sure where I want my light yet, where the sunlight's going to be. Thinking about shadows just yet. This is a good, this year I'm going to practice more with getting it more into color mixing, okay? So I'm probably going to make a template. I'll make it on a canvas on for natural colors. Green is the biggest one, and the sky color. You really don't want to overpower your sky. I do that a lot. I make the blue like really overpowering, and it doesn't. There's a lot of paintings I could go back on and tone down my blue like this. All you got to do is put a little gray in it, in your blue, and it'll tone it down. Let's put some clouds up here. We're just going to brush them in with the bluish white. Just some simple clouds and blend it in to the bottom color. Put one right here. Just a simple sky. Wow, I really like it though. I don't even remember what color this was I used here. Oh, it was purple. It was a very uh, light violet. Make that mountain stand out a little bit. A little white around it. The color I'm using for my clouds is more of a grayish, it's a grayish blue. It's not white like I usually make them. I guess it's not good to use the white right out of the tube. You want to mix it down a little. That way if you put like a white building in here, a real white building, it doesn't look like the color of the clouds, you know, so. What was that color? It was a bluish gray. Put some shadows in here on these clouds. All right. I'm digging that sky. This looks, it looks pretty natural. That's what I was going for. Realistic. All right, now I got to do the branches. Wow. I'm just going to put a little bit of green in some of the places. Hooker green with the black. And maybe just on the edges where I hit it with the chip brush. Highlight them. We'll leave a lot of this brown in here for the darker leaves. That looks good. Looks really good. In fact, I'm maybe too much with the green. We'll just put small highlights on here. I don't want it to look over painted. A few different tones in here. There we go. Wow, that looks amazing. That looks really cool. I'll leave this one dark because this is center, so it probably wouldn't be getting much light there. Let's go back to the green and the dark green for up here. And we'll start adding just a little green in here in some places. Like on the top part would be the top part of the branches. Lord, I was born a rambling man. So me and Lisa are going to do a live today. If you want to check me out playing the guitar and sing, we're going to do a live on the Rick and Lisa Experience channel today. That's the name of our band there, Rick and Lisa Experience on YouTube. We're going to go live at around maybe 2:30 my time. This is brown. I'm going to keep the underbelly of the tree brown. I'm really digging that tree, man. It looks real. I got a lot. I think everybody's busy right now. That's all right. Thanks for the like, then you can watch it later. I know this is a weird time to be painting, but I'm off. I'm off today, so that's why I'm painting right now. I'm not really into like detail painting. I mean, I can be, but not on my landscape. So I'm not going to up here and try and make individual leaves. So what I'm doing is using small brush strokes up here just to get the color. Trying to leave the brown in there. We'll put a very few light spots here. Just so it looks like there's some sunlight in the branches here. I'm not going to ruin this, the colors. I like the dark look there. I like the underbelly here, so I'm going to leave this like a brownish red. So I'm going to mix some brown and add a dark brown, a little bit of orange to it. So it'll be like a rich red. There's Lisa right there. Hey. I'm doing good. I was just telling everybody we're going live here and at about what 2:30, you think?
Yeah, well, for sure. The thing is, I guess just play stuff that we already know we can do.
I can do them all. Whatever we have in our we can do.
Yeah, I know. I kind of wrote down ones that we still haven't done that are good, like Feeling Groovy and Handle with Care, and the other one by the Wilburys.
Sloop Johnny, we got all those Beach Boys songs. Yeah, it'll be fun.
We got the Beach Boys. Yeah, we got all those things. So why don't? Okay, so I'm in my car. I had to go to the grocery store because I hadn't been since we got back from Florida, so I had to go. And I'm on my way home. I'm like really close to home. I think I'll be home by 1. And then I have to eat lunch real quick and take a shower. So how about you come over after 2?
10 after 2? All right. Yeah.
We'll be ready.
That works.
All right. I'll see you then.
All right. Ciao.
Bye.
All right. I'll be going to practice at 2. So I'm putting I put a little red in my brown to get some color under besides the brown. So I may have overdone it there. So I'll darken up some of the top again. It's just burnt umber with a little bit of black in it. I don't want that much red. So we're going to cover up some of the red there. Small little brush strokes so your critics check out your brush strokes. These are fun. It really doesn't matter with acrylic because it all flattens out. I can't wait to put a finish on this painting. I'll put like a matte finish on this one, not a gloss one. A matte finish. I've got, that's probably what I'll spend up doing for the next hour before I go to practice. I'll put varnish on a lot of my paintings that are done. And then I can take them to the place where I sell them. Hopefully these new landscapes I'm doing start selling. Whoops, where's my green? Yep, I'm out of green. All right, very good. Let me finish this area here under the tree. That's going to be let me get some more green. I'm using hooker green. Hook green, it's similar to a sap green. It's dark. I haven't looked it up yet. I'm sure Hooker was a famous artist, probably from the 1800s. You know, back then they had a mix their own colors with whatever they could find. So he probably whipped up his own type of green. There we go. All right, let me do this section here. I'm just going to put a little bit of green underneath the tree, so it looks like grass here. We'll have a little grass here. I gotta be careful. I don't want it to be bright green. Be getting too bright for me. I want it to look natural. That looks all right. That looks all right to me. All right, all this out here, what we do is make those like bushes, a bunch of bushes. Again, I don't like to put individual leaves, so I'm just going to do this with color. I'm going to try and flatten it out here so it looks like your view is down here, and then you would see more of the top, just the top part over there. So I'll have to use a lighter gripper back here. So you would see less dirt back here. You see more of just the bush top back in here. This is turning out really good. Very good. This is a good exercise one if you want to work on your colors. I'm really trying to keep this natural looking. You can see how it looks more. If you got look at your sky, it's not always going to be like bright blue. There's always a lot of different colors in the sky. The way I painted this, I put the tree in first and the mountain, and then I painted the sky around it. If you're just joining in, it gives it a better look. It really makes it look like a painting. And if you put your sky in first and then you put the tree on top of it, it doesn't quite look right, does it? This looks more like a professional painting when you paint in between bushes, the trees. Paint around your trees and your mountain. It looks more like a painting. Uh, I like it. So I wanted to do a painting that looked natural because although these paintings are cool that I do with the color, they just don't look like nature, you know. They're just an explosion of color. This is more like if you go outside, this is what you're going to see. I'm going to put a fence. Yeah, there we go. I'll put a fence going behind that tree. I still got to do the tree bark there and the bushes in the front. This is not really nice. I wish there was more people watching, but I know it's a weird hour of the day, but this is one of my more natural looking paintings here. The sky looks real. Man, that looks so good. How you doing? Welcome to my studio. There's my crazy world. Come and watch me paint. Get away from the crazy world for a while. Let's see if I can check the chat room now. It's charged up. Hey! Hey, thank you, Margaret. Thank you, Lady La Vida. Hola. Barbara. You're probably the only one in here right now. Oh, you're a good artist. A lot better than me, that's for sure. No, you could be, you could paint this the way I just did it. I showed you how to use a chip brush first just to get the design. That you could do this. Right now I'm concentrating colors because I wanted it to look more natural. And I didn't want to overpower it with the green like I usually do. Like I would usually make this all gray, really bright grass, but I'm not going to do that in this one. When I went outside earlier to get a coffee, I was looking around. I go, man, everything is brown. It's not all. So I decided to make everything more brownish, and it really worked. It made this look more natural. These bushes here on the left, so if you're your eye view is here. As you go further back, you're going to see just barely the tops back there. Let me put there. Where's my green? So you got to use your eye. So push here. These you'd probably see more because they're in the front. But at back, they're gonna be just the tops more, less dirt underneath. you wouldn't see any ground back here. These are the smallest brush strokes you can use here with this brush. There we go. It's like just a bunch of bushes there. Use your memory when you paint. If you use your memory, that'll you won't forget the detail. I'm going to darken maybe the inside of these branches. Then I'll make this side a little lighter, so I'll use yellow ochre. That's a wicked looking tree. It's probably the best tree I've ever made. So I took my time. All right, there we go. I put a little bit dark brown way in the back here so it looks like the back side of the tree there. All right, I'm going to get a little brave here and maybe put some actual color in here. What's a good tree? What's a good leaf color? I really like blue when I put blue bushes down there. Let's try that. Uh, a bluish green. So I'm mixing a sap green and blue. And let's see what it looks like here. I like it. Gotta have some off color in there. Yeah, look at that bush. Wow, that's amazing. We'll make this a little darker than this because it's in the shadow. Gotta add a little black to the same color, or gray, whatever. Paints gray or black. Make this darker. That's a nice off color, to add in. And we'll keep this dark down here. Howard. Who is Howard? So this is under the tree, so I'm going to keep this grass dark because it would probably be in the shadow. So I'm going to make this grass a little darker here. Nice brush strokes there. There we go. That's really, I don't know if maybe I should just do one like that. These I'm going to make them yellow ochre with a little red in it. Just light them on fire here on top. Do 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 do. 1 hour. Well, there you go. That kind of gives you a good idea, you know, of how I did this one. Very cool. I think I'm going to finish this one later, guys. Well, I'll finish it on my own, but there you go. Pretty cool so far. What I like about it, it was a very simple layout, but look how cool it came out. I'm really digging this. I want to finish it. What time is it? Where's my phone? I got a little bit. Thanks, Barbara. I'm going to put a few twigs in there real quick. Since I got the liner brush, it really works good. Peggy sent this to me. The art stores that I go to, they don't even have a brush like this. I'm like, man. I don't know where she got these, but it works good. That's all I wanted to do. I'm going to put a bird way back there. Wow. I'm really digging this. Let me sign it. I'm going to throw this on X and see what kind of response I get. You know AI? Have you AI, Barbara? That AI is getting some to be something else. You could I haven't done it, but I've seen you could get an app and you could make a whole movie with this AI. It animates things for you. You just describe what you want, and it'll do a scene for you. pretty crazy. The every week it gets better, that AI. Here, I'll show you how mine works. So, Rian, thank you. Yeah, this is I tried something different today. I wanted it to look more real, so I really didn't overdo it with the greens and stuff. I used more browns, burnt umber. Still not done. I got to finish the road. I want to comments in here and maybe a squirrel or something. But I got to get ready for practice. I wanted to show you how. Go watch how I started this painting with the chip brush. Laid it out. It was really a simple layout. I started with the tree trunk and then dabbed the branch on these trees back here, and then I painted the sky. You can tell I painted the sky after the tree was in. It comes out looking so cool. Look at the tree. A lot of times people paint the sky first and then put the top, but it looks better when you paint around it. It just looks better. It looks more like a painting. That's what I'm trying to say. They won't think it's AI or something. Yeah, believe it or not, I used violet with a little red violet and white, and it's that nice color there. And the blue, I put gray in it. It wasn't so bright of a blue, just a little. You dull your blue just a little bit with black or gray, so it's not an overpowering blue. Sky. You should, if you do landscapes, you should make your sky like more pale looking, like because it's in the distance. You want it to be look far away. If you make it too bright, it won't look far away. All right, here's this app. I'll show you what you can do. See that AI chat box? If you got an eye, so you just open it up. We're going to do an image generator. And we're going to pick, we'll pick watercolor. Now I'm going to let's type in landscape. A mountain. And a stream with the trees. All right, now watch how quick this thing look at that. That was a watercolor. But see what now we got to compete with? Because people won't need artists anymore. They could just design their own now with but they're getting way better too now. This app is like already like 3 or 4 months old. The ones that they have out now are like way better than the one I got. They actually animate your thing for you. All right, guys, I got to get ready for practice. Thank you for subscribing. If you're a new subscriber, I appreciate it. I'm going to be back later on after band practice. If you want to see me sing, so we're going to be playing live at 2:30 my time on the Rick and Lisa. It's called Rick and Lisa Dance. Okay, on YouTube. If you want to subscribe to that, then you can see the music I play. Rian, thank you. Thank you. Fun with the music. We just play the top hits of the days, all through the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, all the way. You pretty much know every song we pick, the top 40 hit. All right, ciao, everybody. See you soon.